Should be live here. And welcome everybody to Rubbin and Racing Motorsports here. We're at the hallowed grounds of Daytona International Speedway here for the Main NASCAR Series. As practice continues on before the race, we have a good field here lined up. About 6 cars are in the field currently. And let's show you who all is out here. So we have Sean Fay, the owner and creator of Rubbin and Racing Motorsports himself, out on the 24 Exalta Chevrolet. We have the 29 of Phil Parker. Not sure what his scheme is, it didn't load for me. As he slams into the 42 of Edwin Justice, and the credit one, Bank 42. Is that a Chevrolet? I cannot tell. It is kind of battered up. So we have 3 cars out on the track right now, and we have others also here. We have the 88 of Rob Evans, yes, who is in the 88, and I'm sure it's a Chevrolet. As these guys make their times. Only 2 guys up on the board right now. The 15 as well. Not sure who that is, of course. Kurt Scott, of course. I would imagine. He was the winner of last night's NASCAR Classic Cup Series opener at Daytona. Not this Daytona. That was Daytona BR. This is Daytona SDT. And as you can see, these guys still making their laps right now. And I assume that you guys want to hear something. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into options. And we're going to go into sound. We're going to turn this up just a bit. That way you guys can hear the action as it happens. Because that's kind of important for these guys. Now, I should be having another person here up in the booth right now, Travis Rollon, or Rollin, or Rollo, or Rollone, or whatever you want to call him. And there's the 88, Rob Evans, in the 88. Lumar Chevrolet, yeah, Chevrolet, that's what a Camaro is. He's running in the 88, that's a pretty cool paint scheme. He's running for Champ 3 Motorsports. Sean Fay, of course, for Sean Fay Motorsports. Edwin Justice for some team. Oh, and we got a car around up in the back. Kurt Scott got into it with Corey Williams in the 47. Still not sure what the 15 scheme is. I don't have that on file. And what's really unfortunate is that his car looks exactly like another person's in the field whose scheme I don't have, which is unfortunate. But I should be having another person here up in the commentary booth, but unfortunately they are away right now. I'm sure they're doing something very responsible and important to not be up here, but it's okay. But here I am. I'm Jimmy Powell, one of the main announcers. Actually, pretty much the main announcer, since I'm not always the driver. I did drive in the NASCAR Classic Cup Series race yesterday. Did pretty poorly, but overall it was a pretty good race, and I assume that people who are watching this right now were able to catch that race as well. But for those of you who are just joining in, hello, this is Jimmy Powell here commentating for the Main NASCAR Series race at Rubbin Racing Motorsports. We're here at Daytona SDT, one of the fastest ovals in America. As these guys get in their lap times and get all prepared for the race that will be happening in roughly 10 minutes, give or take. And what you're watching now, you're watching Sean Fay. He is the owner and creator of Rubbin and Racing Motorsports as he spins out, coming down towards, I think he was just trying to get into the pits. He hits the inside wall into the grass. But that is Sean Fay. He'll be one to look out for. Kurt Scott yesterday's winner in the NASCAR Classic Cup Series at Daytona VR will be one to look out for. And then the Jack Daniels 47, Corey Williams. And the Jack Daniels Fusion, as he comes down, he's behind the 15. They're going to try to get a good lap here. And there's the 29 of Phil Parker. Can't see his scheme either. That's a real problem. I couldn't find those schemes, and I don't want to go on board with them. I feel like that would cause some concern. Edwin Justice coming around turn 4. Now Kurt Scott, interesting thing about what happened yesterday is that he was running, of course, in the NASCAR Classic Cup Series. He stayed in the back for pretty much the whole race. It was very much a fuel strategy race, which was interesting because you don't usually see that at Daytona. Usually, there's a lot of wrecks that separate the race and allow them to go down under caution to get pit stops and all the fuel and tires that they need. But surprisingly, there was only one wreck, and it was at the beginning of this race. So we watch them go back down the back straightaway. Let's go on board with the 47, Corey Williams. What a nice camera angle there. As they come off of turn 4. Rob Evans and the 42 looks like they're going to try to hook up here. Rob is a little bit slow. I think he just came off of the pits. But now he's got the 42 coming up behind him. They might make contact here. A little bump draft going down. Whoa, he got up into the... Whoa, he's about to spin out. He saved it. Good save by Rob Evans there. So we have 5 minutes and 47 seconds of practice remaining. This will be, I think, a more interesting race. Yesterday's race was a lot more spread out, 100 laps. But this race is going to be 80 laps and under the lights, apparently, as far as I can tell. Ooh, a little bit of connection issue there, but it's alright. Everything is under control. Oh, the 42 got into the back of the 88. Oh, and he got loose. And Edwin Justice, sorry, into the wall. Sliding back up the racetrack and into the wall, outside wall now. And that credit one, Chevrolet? I still cannot see. Yeah, that's a Chevy. There's Kurt Scott. We're going to go on board with him. Do keep in mind, that is definitely not his scheme. That is just a default scheme. I do not have his actual scheme on file, which is not good. 47 making a pass down the back stretch, Corey Williams. And we should have our second commentator here soon. Not exactly sure where he is, but maybe he's off fighting somebody, fighting to save the world. Who knows? As they come down, a little bit of bump draft never hurt anybody. As Kurt pulls up behind 47. It was a risky shot. Now Corey Williams sticks it out in front. 15 still behind him as they head down the backstretch. And Edwin Justice is off the track again. Looks like he's spun out once more. And the good thing about these practice sessions is that these cars have unlimited backup cars. So it doesn't matter how much they smash and bang all of these different cars. They could go through 149. There's always that 150th one that they could come out and race with. it looks like we got 4 cars on the track right now. We have the 24 who has the slowest time, and that is Sean Fay in 6th place. The fastest time we have now is actually a tie between Kurt Scott and Corey Williams. The 15:47 tied with a 45.485. That is incredible, and that is 0.3 faster than the 45.705 of Edwin. And again, some connection issues there, but it's alright. We survived as they come off the turn. Two and a half minutes left of practice. Then we'll go into qualifying. You guys will see who will be on the pole then. And now the practice here, this is not a reflection of how they're necessarily going to qualify, because their qualifying setups are radically different from their actual race setups, because you only have to make 2 laps with your qualifying setup. So really all they need to know is whether or not it works or not. If they're going to be able to race with all these guys or not. These guys come around, maybe they'll make another time. Here they come. No. They're about 5/10 off of their high record. And Edwin Justice just up in front of them. Rob now heading down for the tri-oval here. Going to take another lap. This is going to be his 24th lap he's starting. In an 88 Chevrolet. As these guys continue their push. Looking from high above, from the helicopter cam. He's all over the back end of that 47. Gonna push. Let's go on board with Kurt Scott for a lap. That was an interesting camera angle. They almost wrecked back there. We have 9 seconds of practice remaining. We're about to get started with qualifying here, as these guys will make one final lap. I think they'll be able to squeeze in one more lap here. Yeah, they got 42 seconds. They've got plenty of time. So all of these guys gonna have to make some pretty big, maybe they'll have to make some adjustments to their cars. Maybe it's just perfect. Who knows? Looks like these two really have their cars figured out for this. Everybody else has really just been by themselves. So, as these guys come around for their final runs, still running at 197, 198 miles an hour going into the first turn. As we get ready for qualifying. Oh, looks like they'll make one more lap. Had another car back there that was stopped. Not sure who that was. We have a 7 car on the track. Not exactly sure who that is, but they were not able to do much practice. Here they come in. Ooh, wow, what a skid. Those are some touchy brakes. Alright, now we're here qualifying. What you want to do, all those viewers out at home, you want to look at this top left. You want to look at this top left of your screen right here, because this is where all the action is going to happen. We don't have any cameras of these guys actually making their qualifying runs. You will have to look up here at the top left of the scoreboard here, and what you'll see is in real time as they go across the lines in their own qualifying efforts, you'll be able to see who gets up in front and who goes to the back. And also another interesting thing is that if they had crashed during practice, they won't be penalized for for crashing out. They won't be like moved to the back because, of course, they have unlimited backup cars. So that's just a little fun fact for you all at home. As we're going to look up here, this is probably one of the more boring parts, but it could be exciting as the laps start to roll in. Now, it takes a while for these cars to get up to speed here at Daytona, so it will be a while before we see the first lap times come in, and then about 40 seconds after that, you'll see the second lap come in, and that's when we'll really know who's going to be on the pole position for today's race. I should say tonight's race, considering that it's almost 6:30. Actually, it probably is 6:30 by now. Here they come. Or at least they should be. We should be seeing the first lap time start to roll in here in just a few moments. Once again, you guys are watching Racing Motorsports. You're now looking at the Main NASCAR Series as they get ready to run the Daytona 200 here at, of course, Daytona International Speedway. And as you can see, just about 2/3 of this facility. You can see up here in turn 3, going all the way up into turn 4, you can see the try over here just behind the scoreboard, and then going down into turn 1 this way, pit road this way, and the first time has been posted is a 46.639, a little bit slower than the practice times, but we should be able to see some faster times roll in as they go for their second lap. It also could be entirely possible that some of these guys will not be qualifying. And that's also another thing. If you don't qualify, that doesn't mean that you're going to be just disqualified from the race. You'll just be moved to the back. And if 2 or more people don't qualify, then their orders get randomized. So just because you didn't qualify doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to be the last place car. And there you go. There's Edwin with a 45.920. That's a great first time for him. And now that I'm starting to think about it, that's probably their second lap. I'm not sure. Or maybe they're not making a second lap. That could be possible. A little bit weird, but anything can happen. And I think that second time was improved, 46.460. I don't think that was there beforehand. Not sure. But it looks like, since we got 33 seconds left, that looks like 42. Edwin Justice will be... Yep, there it is. 45.756. Looks like Edwin is going to be the person to lead this event. The pole winner. The pole sitter. Could be the pole stander here. Haha. And there's the end of qualifying. Right there. So now we just wait for the, here we go. And happy hour. And now we should be getting pre-race ceremonies set up here. Sean should be moving into the channel anytime soon to start up. We are not allowed to have anybody up on the grid during this time. So, whoever that was out there, I think that was the 42. But here we go. It's time for pre-race ceremonies.
Now, for the invocation.
Heavenly Father, we have a lot to be thankful for here today, the beautiful sunshine. Father, we pray that today you extend your arm of safety, Father, to all the fans, all the track services personnel, to the teams and the drivers. And Father, I pray today that all we do here would honor you. In Christ's name, amen.
And now, for the singing of our nation's national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars us through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
User left your channel.
It is, folks. The national anthem. In 2 minutes and 41 seconds, we will be getting the command to fire up as we get pre-race ceremonies set underway. That was a great national anthem. Now let's think about what's going to happen this race. We have to worry about how this is going to play out, because this could either become a fuel strategy race like the last race last night, or it could be like a general Daytona race where there are wrecks. But the thing is that we got like, what, a 7-car field at least? And so that will be very interesting. We have Reichenbach here. Not sure. Cameron Reichenbach. Pretty sure. Over there. I should have a list out in front of me, but I don't currently. But we've got a 7-car field. Now, if we have wrecks, we could probably like see by the end a 3-car field, maybe even less. Who knows? And that would be a very interesting turnaround. But if it is fuel strategy, what are these guys going to do when it comes down to fuel? Are they going to all try to put on a show for everybody by pitting all at once, so they all come out at once? Will they be teaming up with people that they aren't usually teamed up with? Anything can really happen under the lights here at Daytona. Now, this is Happy Hour. The weather will change. Once we move over to the actual race, we'll look at the race analysis. We'll look at the weather. And the weather will play a bit of a role here, at least with the temperature at least. Clear or cloudy doesn't really matter considering it is nighttime, but what we do want to look at is the temperature, because the temperature can dictate whether or not the track is grippy or it is non-grippy, I guess you could say. Slick. That's a good word. And that will play a big role when it comes to how the cars move around in the pack. A lot of those guys, they really want to have it. They want to have grip, but they also want to have speed, because the more grip that you have, that means more friction, and that means that you slow down more. And that could also mess with people's setups, because some people's setups are more geared towards higher temperatures, some people's are geared towards lower temperatures. And usually, since Daytona is run around February, you would imagine that the temperatures would be kind of cold. And especially at nighttime, you would expect it to be sort of cold. But since this is based off of Daytona night, it should probably be a little bit warmer considering it's a July race. But who knows? We got 3 seconds of happy hour remaining. And there we go. As we get ready for the start of the race. And here we go.
User was moved to your channel.
It's the race.
Drivers, to your cars.
We got everybody moving up to the grid now. As you can see, we have our cars starting to form up here. We have Rob Evans there. He'll be starting second. Edwin Justice, the pole sitter. Looks like we'll have Sean starting in fourth. Kurt starting fifth. Corey Williams seventh. Alright, so we got 40. We're going to be started here soon. We're about to get the command to fire up the engines to start off this season in MNS.
Drivers, start your engines.
Cars have been started. And as you can see, they all pull off, and it looks like we got 5 cars here. That's a bit weird, but no matter. We still have our pole sitter here as they go around turns 1 and 2. Now what we're going to take a look at, we're going to look at this weather. So it's going to be 71 degrees out. Now these guys, they probably tuned their cars to be around warmer temperatures considering the time that this race would usually be held. So the track is going to be a bit grippy. I imagine that since it's 71 degrees out, it's probably about 90 degrees on the actual track itself. So those tires will be sticking to the surface, but that also means more rubber is going to be laid down. And while that will equal more grip, it'll also mean that tire wear is going to be an issue. Here we go. Going through turns 3 and 4. 80 laps. Damage level realistic. Realistic weather, of course. We have a southwest wind at 12 miles per hour, so that will definitely play in as we get ready for the start. The pace car will be peeling off here soon. Here it goes.
Folks, everybody's on their feet. I've been waiting for 6 months to do this. Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys!
Coming down to complete lap 1. Edwin Justice out in front. Up on the outside is Rob Evans.
Moved out of your channel.
A good start to what should be an exciting race. The 88 all the way up on the outside. Trying to fight with the 42 down on the inside. The pole sitter, Edwin. As they head down the backstretch now. 5 cars running at 190 plus miles per hour screaming down the backstretch. The 47 of Corey Williams helps out the 88 on the outside to push Rob to the lead. As they go through turns 3 and 4 now. Out of turn 4, heading into lap 3. Cars pretty much lined up single file. There's the 24 moving to the outside to help out the 47. He gets a side draft from the 15. And he will move up into 4th place. Sean Fay, the creator and owner of Rubbin and Racin Motorsports. Heading out of turn 2 now, down the backstretch once again. These cars now at full speed, 195 miles per hour. Their leader goes. And the car behind, even faster. Almost up to 198, now up to 198. Almost 200 miles per hour as they go into turn 3. All these guys have been training for pretty much the entire off season for this race, as they they're dicing around for the lead. They're now on board with Justice the pole sitter in 2nd place behind Rob Evans and 88 as they go down towards turn 1. Looking down from the grandstands area, as they come out of turn 2 down onto the back stretch. They are now single file. The 42 staying on the back bumper of the 88. The 47 in 3rd place, and now Sean is being contested for 4th place as Kurt Scott moved up to the outside, tried to find a way around him, and he's going to give the 24 a good shove, try to get him back to the 47's back bumper, as Corey now trailing the leaders. They go into turn 1. Now you might think that this is a little bit hectic right now. You see that 15 up there trying to side draft the 24. But you might think that this is a wild start already. But trust me guys, this is just the calm before the storm. I'll tell you what, I would tell that 15 just stay in line. Try to draft back up to those guys. But this could also just be a strategy to stay out of harm's way. But it looks like everybody's pretty much driving conservatively right now. Lap 6. 5 laps have been completed. We're on lap 6 here as they go through turn 2. Now the drivers, they aren't even worried about fuel strategy right now. They're just wondering how their cars are feeling out. They're just trying to figure out what exactly their cars are doing, and maybe then they'll be able to say, alright, well, we need these kinds of adjustments during the first pit cycle. As you can see, Sean and Kurt still battling side by side. The NCCS Daytona winner there up on the outside of the 24 Exalta Chevrolet. Oh man, they bumped a little bit. I would say not to do that. That is what they are doing. And that is in turn hurting the 47 here, who is in 3rd place, because he cannot get a good enough draft to get back up with those guys. Looks like something that the 47 will have to fix. But Rob Evans is now your leader as they head into turn 3. Let's go on board. Behind. And the 42 makes a run to the inside. A block. A little bit of a bump. Here comes the 42 down to the inside. They're side by side. Rob leads the lap as they go on into the 8th lap. It looks like the 88 got a little bit high there. And the pole sitter moves back up into the lead. The 88 cannot keep him down. And now that is allowed, all that jockeying around is allowed the 47 to pull up, and now he is back in it. As he sees the 88 move back up to the outside, trying to contend for the lead. Look at this battle. And the 47 is moved down to the inside. Oh, car in the wall. I think the 88 got up into the wall there a little bit. And guess who's being pulled up now? Sean and Kurt. The 4th and 5th positions. And now we have the whole pack back together, just like it was around lap 2. And the 88 continues to slip back as he's stuck on the outside. Let's look back, because I think that the 88 might have gotten into the wall as they came through. Alright, so he gets a little bit high there. He starts to move down. He tries to correct it. Yeah, maybe. I'm not exactly sure if he got into the wall, but it looked close. But it is the 42 out in front. Lap 10 of 87. About 1/8 of this race is almost complete. It will be complete the next time by. The 47 now in 2nd place. Sean Fay in 3rd. Kurt Scott 4th. They're going to try to stay lined up here and make a run at 42. Coming off of turn 4. Once again. Single file, the 15 looked to the inside, the 24 there for a moment. one thing that I'm noticing that 42 Camaro just cannot, is pulling away from the 47. The 47 just cannot pull up on that 42 very well. And even with those two fast cats behind him, just can't really get it done. That might be something that I'll have to adjust here. Man, look at the 15. All the way down on the inside now. Sean Fay. Going through turns 3 and 4. Off of turn number 4. Into the tri-oval. And now we'll go under a sort of commercial break as I'm being notified. I'll be right back here at Daytona. Back at Daytona, Ed went out in front, Corey Williams second, Kurt Scott third, and Sean Fay fourth. That is how they run. It looks like Rob Evans in the 88 has lost the draft. He might have gotten up into the wall. Let's look at the side. I can't really notice any visible damage, but it looks like that could be a possibility. Cars still running. Coming out of turn 4. Edwin still out in front. The 15 knocking on that 47 car's door as they head down. Late back 13 on board. And up on the track as they get out of turn 1. So now, it looks like that all these guys pretty much have their cars figured out. They know how they run in the draft. Now they got to be wondering what kind of adjustments can we make. Oh, look at this. Look at the 47 all the way up to the outside. Oh, man, but the 15 didn't go with them. I think he thought that Kurt Scott was going to go with him up to the outside to try to make a pass for the lead, but he didn't. And considering how that 47 has been able to draft up the people, or the lack thereof, that was probably not a very wise move by Kurt, but Kurt is up on the back bumper. He might not need his help. Small board. Kurt's gone down the back stretch. He's trying to get lined up here with the run. He's looking to the outside. He goes down back to the bottom. Gives him a bump before going into 3. Top 3 all in one pack. As Sean Fay starts to lose the pack a bit, but he's still hanging on to the draft. Coming down, it's incomplete. Lap 14. Or lap 15, sorry. On to lap 16. As we are almost a fourth of the way through. And this is about the time where they start thinking about pit strategy, how much fuel they want to take, the tires. These guys, they might want to just take 2 tires. They might want to take all of the tires that they can take, which would be 4, of course. Oh man, the 15's really getting dicey on the back of Edwin Justice's 42 Credit One Bank Camaro. 2 Chevys, a Ford, a Chevy, and a Chevy. This pack pretty much dominated by Chevrolets. Here comes the 15 down to the inside. I think he got into the back of the 42 to try and make a run. And here he comes down to the inside. And you're looking here from the infield as they go down the backstretch. as Kurt Scott, the winner of last night's race, moves up into the lead. Now the 42 going to try to size up his position. Try to get one back. But it will be Kurt Scott leading for the first time tonight. We have now had 3 different leaders, and I think about 4 lead changes so far in this race. And with a pack as small as this, that's pretty impressive. Sean slowly moving back. He's about 3 seconds behind. 47 is starting to slip back a bit. And that might not be good news for him because he's not very good at keeping up with everybody, it seems. Looked like Kurt was flirting with that out of bounds line a bit going through the turn. Almost got up onto the flat. That would have really ended his day there. Let's look for his... Yeah, he definitely got up on the apron there. Surprised he didn't lose any control. But coming off of turn 2, down the backstretch, once again, as we're about to be completed with 1/4 of this race, a quarter of this race will be completed, and then we'll have 3 quarters to go. Now these guys are pretty spaced out right now, but eventually this will get a lot tighter. You're watching the R&R Main NASCAR Series Daytona 200 here at Daytona International Speedway. Daytona SDT. As these cars battle it out for the lead. Kurt Scott out in front. Could he take 2 wins in the same weekend in 2 different series? What a story that would be. And that would most definitely get into the issue next R&R magazine being made by RJ Cherry. You'll be able to catch that in the Discord server. No signs of Travis Rollo, whatever you want to call him. He is supposed to be one of the commentators for tonight. He had some obligations to do. He said that he might be able to return, but not exactly sure when. Until then, I'm Jimmy Powell, the main announcer for this series. And you're watching, of course, the next 2018 cars going up here. The other series in R&R, we have the NASCAR Classic Cup Series using, of course, the classic 2003 Winston Cup cars that come with the game, of course. We have the Main NASCAR Series, which is MIGS 2018, which you are seeing right now. And then, after this race, we will be having the Supreme All Dirt Slugfest, which runs 358 cars. And then we also have, on Sunday, which is tomorrow, the Keystone Light Super Truck Series. But as you're seeing right now, they're going through turns 3 and 4, getting ready to complete lap 22. Around this time, we should be seeing pit stops here very soon, as these guys still draft each other up here. Very interesting race we've had so far. Bob Evans. Unfortunately, I think he got up into the wall earlier. He's pretty far back. His paint scheme almost reminds me of Jimmy Spencer's 23 scheme with Winston. It's got the same colors and are overall pretty much the same design, it looks like. Sean Fay, the 24, he has lost the lead gap, of course. The only 2 cars up in front are pretty much Edwin Justice following Kurt Scott. Corey Williams in the 47, he is about 1.5 seconds back now, slowly losing the draft. which is unfortunate. He started, I think, 3rd. Or, sorry, no, it was 4th. Probably could have had a good shot if those guys could keep up. Don't know what exactly happened to Sean. He's probably just laying back. A lot of these guys, they might be just laying back, just in case something happens. Something very well definitely could happen between these two cats up here. As they come off of turn 4. 25 laps in. A good crowd on hand here, as you can see up in the stands. You can see all those guys up there. As you can see, I think that is Sean Fay making it around to go around for completing another lap. And there is Rob Evans following behind. It could be possible that those two could meet up. But who knows? Going through turns 3 and 4 now. As you can see. Doesn't look like the 42's making any moves to make any sort of passes. He's looking to the outside of it, and that might just be to scrub off speed so he doesn't just slam into the back. And that might be a good thing to look for, because that means that 42 still has the power to make some passes. The 15 has been hugging the yellow line pretty much all day. Quite literally, because, man, he's been on the apron, it seems, going through the turns. That could just be a networking issue there that makes it look like that, but from our angle, it looks like that he's been on the apron. You can see him, he's right along that line going through the turns, and that could be detrimental. That could definitely cause a wreck. But we will have to see. Now, we might only have to make about 2 stops today. Which, yeah. But, 2 stops, maybe 1, I'm not exactly sure what the size of these fuel cells are. But that would be, that'd be interesting to see, especially since how spaced out these guys are. They can't really just time it so that they can all be on pit road at the same time. This might be a fuel strategy race as it goes on. Coming down to complete lap 27 as they come across through the tri-oval. Turns 1 and 2. Let's go on board. Kurt goes through turns 3 and 4. Let's take a lap with the Goodyear helicopter in this case. As you can hear the helicopter noises coming down to complete yet another lap. For the moment, it is Kurt Scott, Edwin Justice, Corey Williams, Sean Fay, and Rob Evans. That's your top 5, and that is pretty much your field race. You're watching here the first 2 positions. The only contested spot right now is the lead, which is kind of fitting. We get ready to start up lap 30. 29 of 80 laps have been completed. You're watching us at Daytona International Speedway, Daytona SDT, for the running of the Main NASCAR Series here at NR Motorsports. Kurt Scott, the winner of the NASCAR Classic Cup Series Daytona Opener, is out in front. As you can see, the 42 giving him a little bump. So far, it's been pretty much this the whole race. But it should get a lot more interesting as time goes on. Whoa! I think Kurt got a little loose there. Maybe the 42 got into him. Let's look back. Yeah. Looks like he maybe just like moved down. That might have just been it. I don't think that was I don't think that was really him getting into the back. Maybe he just got loose by himself. Coming off of turn 2, turn 4 actually, into the tri-oval once again. Coming around. And oh, Sean is now met up with the 88 here. They might start up a draft here. I was not aware that they even made a pass. Let's see how that exchange went. So let's see. Moving up here. So you're in turns 3 and 4. It looks like the 24 tried to block him. Man, that 88 got really close to the wall. You know what? Maybe something's up with the 24 car. Looking from that angle, maybe something's up with Sean's car. Not exactly sure what it could be. But something could definitely be wrong with that 24 Chevrolet. That's unfortunate too. Because he probably wanted to have a good race today. Well, of course he wanted to have a good race today, but he probably had a pretty good car. But looks like something must be amiss. 42's looking down to the inside of Kurt Scott as they head down to turn 3 and 4. Let's check out a couple of different angles here. Coming off of turn 4. Now, oh, we got a car in the grass. Rob Evans. And that will bring out the first caution, I think. Yes, that is the first caution of the day. That is Rob Evans in the 88, who has slammed into the wall. The Chance 3 Lumar.com number 88 Chevrolet has crashed out. Sean Fay is in his pit. Looks like that there was something amiss with that. He will be giving a penalty for pitting under caution before the pit road opened. Now this is probably a blessing to Corey Williams because he was starting to lose the draft, and actually he did, as you can see by the lap times up here. He definitely did lose the draft a couple of times. Kurt Scott there down on the apron, trying to, I don't know, maybe he's planning to pit now. This is about the time that they were going to pit anyway, so it's probably a good time to do that now. Let's take a look at what happened to Rob Evans. Go about a third of speed here. Coming off of turn 4 here. Uh-oh. Ooh, something happened to 24 there as well. Not exactly sure. But the 88 just gets loose, corrects it. And into the inside wall he's going to go. Oh, wow. Head on into the inside wall. Here comes Sean, and he just missed him. Wow. I think he actually hit him, though. That looks like that he probably hit him. Let's look from this camera. I don't know. It doesn't look like anything really happened. Looking at half speed. I don't know. That's weird. Weird for a car to just get that loose, and it looks like that it can't be that loose considering that it stayed relatively straight there until he applied the brakes. And let's look from the helicopter view here. Because watch Sean as he goes into the pits. Let's see if there was any contact made between him and the 88. It looks like that could be a possibility. No, they missed each other. I think something must have happened to the 24 early on. We got cars going down pit road now. 42. I think there's the 88 with his badly torn up race car. Unfortunate. There are the two leaders pitting. And looks like that their stops are pretty much on par right now. And the race off pit road, Edwin drives it off first. Good job by them. Kurt Scott will be second. A little bit of tire smoke there. Just trying to get through the gears. It's understandable. The 88 is now 2 laps down after that weird crash. To bring out the first caution here at Daytona. You're watching Rubbin and Racing Motorsports Main NASCAR Series here at Daytona. Under caution for the first time tonight. And probably not the last. Now these guys up here, Sean Fay and Corey Williams, these guys definitely wanted to see this caution happen. Because they lost the draft somehow. And whatever possibly could have been wrong with Sean's car might be resolved now. But we shall see. He's hanging back a little bit. Maybe he's going to have to give some spots over. There goes Corey down pit road. And they're going green this time by. So Corey taking a bit of a risky move here, pitting under the first, the one to go. And then Rob is going down pit road once again, possibly to get some further adjustments. Sean Fay is a lap down. Kurt Scott is going in once again. Not exactly sure why. But so is the so is 42. Corey Williams out front. They probably got penalized. That's probably what's going on. But there is the 1 to go lights. The lights are out on the pace car signaling 1 to go until the green flag. So they better come out here pretty quick. Where are they? They're getting out here. Man, they gotta hurry up. Why are they taking so long? Oh, the lights are back out on the pace car. Yeah. That's probably because they're so far back. They gotta catch up. So I think now they'll be getting the 1 to go. Was wondering why it didn't say 36 out of 80 over there. It's because that was a pace car. 1 to go until the green flag. Hopefully this time. Here they have caught up. They've caught up to the pace car. And yes, that is why Sean was giving his positions up, or maybe not. No, he's slowing down. Something's wrong with his car, and there is some damage to the left side. I just now noticed that there is some damage to the left side, unless that's just a protrusion on the car. It looks like that there is some damage on the left side, possibly. Oh no, he's just. He was probably just conserving fuel. He probably has a car that can get this done. He probably just wants to keep all of his fuel saved up. That is definitely a strategy that he can do. And he's going to move down to the inside. He is required to move down to the inside as a lap down car. And it looks like he'll do that here. Or at least attempt. Kurt Scott hanging down on the inside. Taking advantage of those gravity-filled fuel cells. Gravity-fed. I think I said that wrong. 88 should also be moving down to the inside. Tough break for Rob, who got second place, the outside pole for today. But it will be Corey Williams leading them as the pace car drives off. Here we go. And we're back underway here at Daytona. Uh-oh. A little bit of a scramble here. Look at the 24 moving all the way down to the inside. Oh, in trouble. They made contact. Not exactly sure what was up with that. Kurt Scott and Sean Fay made some contact as they restart. Hopefully no further damage was ensued as they go down towards the backstretch. Corey Williams out in front. The 42 looks to the outside. Edwin Justice trying to take the lead back. Corey wants to lead a lap here at Daytona. And it looks like Edwin is going to try to deny him of it. But to no avail. And now he's stuck on the outside. And it looks like that Corey Williams will be able to lead a lap. Look at this run to the outside. Kurt Scott all the way up to the outside. Gets a bump by the 42. And those cats will work together on the outside to pass the 47, but it doesn't matter. Corey leads a lap at Daytona. That is the fourth different leader of this race. As Kurt pulls out in front. He's going to drop down to the inside, or at least try to. Looking for the helicopter view. The 42 slips into second. Sean Fay at the 24. Holding up behind. He is a lap down, unfortunately. As we head down, we are about to be halfway done with this race. As they go down to complete lap 40. That is halfway. We are halfway home with this event. We have everybody bunched back up. Hopefully the 47 has a setup to keep that car up there with the lead pack. And we could have an exciting finish here between 3 cars. 4 cars potentially if that 24 gets his lap back somehow. 197 down the back stretch. Turns 3 and 4. I want to remind you all that the Supreme All Dirt Slugfest will be happening tonight, just after this broadcast is over. And you guys will be able to see some great dirt action. Unlike NASCAR, it does not have, or at least I don't think has a dirt division. Coming off of turn number 2. Once again, it looks like it's these 2 guys lined up. Corey still doesn't seem like he can keep up with the draft too well. Better than Sean, but I don't know. Is Sean laying back for a chance to win, or I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. Let's check out the race chat. Let's see what's going on here. Doesn't look like the 24 has been saying anything here. So there is the chat. And look at that, the 88, Rob Evans, has retired from the race after that hard crash to bring out the caution. Will we see another caution, though? Could happen between these 2 guys. And if that happens, assuming from what's going on with the 24 for some reason, that might be Corey's race. That would be something that he'd love to see, but will he get it? Down the backstretch. We still got a lot of racing left, so anything could really happen here. Like I said, at 24, I'm looking at this right now, and he's 186 miles per hour. Now, these cars by themselves in the draft, without the draft, is about 191, 192. He's about 10 miles per hour slower, unless that's his strategy. This is not looking too well for the series owner. Or I should say the organization owner, not the series owner. The series is the Main NASCAR Series, and well, I mean technically that is true as well. He is the owner of that. As they go through turns 3 and 4 here, check out that camera angle. Let's look from behind. Watch the 47 is catching up. He's got to run, so he doesn't waste it. He'll do that. If he's got to run, he just needs to stay behind them. I don't think that he needs to overdo it. He doesn't need to make any passes right now. We've got plenty of time to make passes. I think once those guys get side by side, then maybe he could go for a run. Who knows? But I think Edwin and Kurt know that they just need to stay calm right now. And just stay within the pack. The 47, poofing out of existence. Not exactly sure what happened there. Rob Evans has disconnected. That's unfortunate. But I'm not sure what happened to the 47. He just kind of disappeared. Hopefully he didn't crash. Hopefully his game didn't crash. That would have sucked. So let's look on the spectator view here. Changing up gears. As you see them go through turns 3 and 4. Looking here from the entrance to pit road as they head down for the tri-oval. And this is from the exit of pit road. Coming to complete lap 47 on the lap 48. So they head down into turn 1. Oh! 15 got really down on that apron. Moved him up the track a bit, but he hangs on to it. He's really been hugging that yellow line this whole race. Kurt's moving down, trying to keep the 42 in line. He's favored the bottom all day. He doesn't want to let anybody get underneath of him. And that might actually be a good strategy for him. That might net him the win. Let's look at the chat here. Corey Williams received through play fell to an acceptable level. Corey Williams is back. But I think that will mean that his day is pretty much over. Unfortunate. Because he was right there. Right when his car was drafting so well, he got booted out. Not exactly sure what happened there, but... Oh, look at this. And Kurt Scott moves up to the outside to let Edwin pass through. Oh, he's pitting. And Kurt Scott goes down pit road, presumably for the last time today, or maybe something's going on with the car. Not sure exactly what's going on with him. But Edwin is now out here all by himself. And there's Sean Fay. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, he's not too far off the mark from just being out of the draft. Still a little frightening. Now Edwin out in the pack. drive-through. Oh, I think the 15 got a penalty. Uh-oh. Looked like something was broken on that car. Uh-oh. I think he has a tire down. Or no. No, it doesn't look like it now. No, there's no tire down. I think that was just weird connection. But a pass-through penalty. There's Corey Williams, 4 laps down. He's back out on the track. I think he just wants to finish the race. That's commendable, but 4 laps down. I don't think he's going to really get those laps back. Which definitely is a shame. But out of turn 4, Edwin has control of the lead once again. And that 42 Credit One Bank Chevrolet. This might be. Oh, wait a minute. Well, Kurt might get lapped here as well. That would be that'd be very interesting. So we'd have the whole field except for Edwin lapped. This might get interesting here, folks. As Edwin heads down the back stretch, Kurt is coming towards the line. He's definitely off the pace. Well, I mean, these guys are pretty much running the same laps. Yeah, it was a 35-20. So it doesn't look like that Kurt is falling back too far. He might have some laps to spare. But he is still in second place, but he is being trailed. Let's take a look if any of these camera angles will show the gap between he and the 15. Couldn't see him. Yeah, he's up in turn 3 right now. So the 15 still out there. So we got Sean, who is in 3rd, who is a lap down. The 47 has been cleared of his laps down. He is now just 1 lap down like he was before he retired or got kicked out. And the 88 of Rob Evans is unfortunately not here. But Edwin heads down the back stretch. Once again, guys, you are watching live R&R Motorsports Main NASCAR Series here at Daytona International. Daytona SDT. That is the track that is being used. And we're under the lights for the season opener for the Main NASCAR Series. Very interesting race that we've had so far. We've had a lot of weird stuff happen. Sean Fay has been off the pace for a while, which we still aren't sure exactly what's going on with that. Corey Williams, who got disconnected for a little bit, came back on the track and now is a lap down in 3rd. Edwin Justice still out in front. Kurt Scott had to do a pass through. He did not go a lap down though, so that's a good thing. But those are your 4 drivers that are left in this somehow. And so what you're seeing now is the leader. So not exactly sure what can be said right now. So, we got Edwin Justice out in front. I don't think that they'll have to make any more pit stops. Or actually, they probably do. They probably only have to make about 1 more pit stop. And I imagine that Edwin will just make that around towards the end. Because really, at this point, there's nothing much left to do. I think Kurt is good on everything. Considering he had to go through that pass. Well, it was a pass through. He didn't go into his pit box, so maybe he's not good. I'm not sure. Coming up next week, it's the Duck Commander 150 at Texas Motor Speedway. We will have 30% distance, and that will be next Saturday, May 12th. The second race of the Main NASCAR Series. And looking at the Supreme All Dirt Slugfest, which will be happening right after this race, will be the Supreme 150 at New Egypt WKC, with a 60% distance, open setup, of course. And then tomorrow, on Sunday, May 6th, of course, we will be having the Daytona Unrestricted Showdown at Daytona Racing for a distance of 15% open, and we will have speeds up to 220 miles per hour. Because, of course, this is a CTS setup, so that pretty much means that those cars can run wide open without having to apply much brake at super speedways. And that'll definitely be interesting. Next week, we'll be having the NASCAR Classic Cup Series come up here live on Twitch. We will have Rolo's Development League before then, but that will not be broadcasted. The next race to be broadcasted after the truck race Sunday will be on Friday, May the 11th for the Bass Pro Shops MB&A 251 at Atlanta, and that will be a distance of 50% as well. Setup, of course, is open. I don't think that we have any closed setup races, so definitely keep an eye on all that. But as you can see, we're still following Edwin Justice as he makes his laps. Kurt Scott pretty much not gaining or losing any ground to the 42 up in the front. He's still hanging back there, waiting for another caution. Sean Fay in 4th place, 1 lap down, and Corey Williams 1 lap down. Alright, so a little more about Edwin, if I can find his it's up here. Sorry about this, I'm just looking through the R&R sheet, try to see where the 42 is. I can't find him, but that's alright. 61 of 80 laps are complete. 20 laps to go in this race. I would say that anybody could win this, but so far, it seems like that Edwin, unless his tires all blow out and his engine blows up, it looks like that this might be his race to lose. It is, really. Kurt Scott's still there, and there's Sean Fay. He has now been caught up from the 15 here. So, and I think my suspicions were correct. There is probably something wrong with that 24, and if that means that he caught up to 24, it's probably a matter of time before he catches up to Corey Williams. Now, Corey Williams is definitely a few bits ahead of those guys. So I don't know if I'm not exactly sure if Kurt will catch up to Corey. Probably not, but that is just the fact there. As Edwin Justice completes another lap. Look at the chat logs here. Pretty much everything here. I'll just say that to them. Looks like Kurt was wondering if he was a lap down or not. He couldn't see whether or not he was. But from the ticker here, looks like that he is on the lead lap. For long, maybe not. Sean Fay being passed by the 15. I think we could see the 15 getting passed here before the end of this. That will mean that the whole field was lapped. This is Rubbin and Racing Motorsports Main NASCAR Series here at Daytona. You're watching live here on twitch.tv. Not exactly sure how many people are in here. I have my phone here and we'll see who all is in here. Meanwhile, Edwin Justice continues his lead. I'm sorry that there's not much to say right now, considering just not a lot has happened, which is unfortunate because this could we were expecting a very tight race, but due to some circumstances which are understandable, so it's not like I'm really disappointed that all these events happen. But you know, it is something that we come to expect, especially at super speedways, that stuff like this would happen. But crowd is pretty spaced out evenly. Well, not evenly, but they're spaced out. It is still the 42 out in front. So it looks like that we have, what is it, 2 people here? That's not bad. And while we look at this, so we got Kurt Scott here. Now this is interesting because these guys are pretty much in a draft. The 24 isn't really lined up, like, isn't really close to the 15, but that's good because you can see that this gap is slowly closing. The only reason why that's happening is just because that now they're going a bit faster than Edwin here by about 2 miles per hour. But that's enough to keep them from getting past here later on. But as it stands right now, what you see up here in the top left is pretty much going to be the order. Three viewers in the stream. That's good. So you come off the turn number 4. Let's take a good lap on board with Edwin, shall we? As he goes on to lap 16. Almost a 10 to go this time. What a day for some of these guys. While we take a look at this, let's look back at some of the events that happened. Let's look back a few laps. Let's look at Rob Evans' crash. This has happened earlier on. This was on lap 32 that this happened. Rob Evans here with Sean Fay, and you're going to look here as he just gets loose somehow, as it looks like Sean was going to pit there and slammed into the inside wall hard. What a tough break for him. Rob was having a pretty good run up until then. We'll look at it from a spectator view here. As he comes down and into the wall he goes. And just barely misses the 24. You see Edwin Justice here as they make their way back to the caution flag as Kurt Scott was out in front. But as we look at it now, 10 to go this time. Actually, 10 to go now. Well, folks, we were hoping for a tight battle, but it looks like to me that this is going to be the way it's going to be. This is the 42 Edwin Justice, and the 42 Credit One Bank Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, making his way to turn 3 and 4. It looks like that we're not going to have our second commentator with us today, Travis Rowan, whatever you want to call him. Heading down towards the line again. Nine to go. And it looks like he is going to be pulling up on Sean here. He will not be reaching Kurt Scott, it looks like, but he will be reaching the 24. Sean Fay, the owner of this organization, Rubbin and Racin Motorsports. And Edwin is definitely closing down on him, taking him down to 3 laps down. But a very good and consistent run for Edwin Justice. Ooh. And he's going to come down pit road. Oh. Oh, he just spun. Whoa, what happened? Oh, no. And he's almost into the wall. What happened? Caution. I think we'll come out. Uh-oh. Was that caution? I can't tell from the lights. No, we're still green. As Edwin Justice just wrecked out. Oh my. It looked like he was trying to go down pit road. I'm not sure what happened. Oh my gosh. And the 15 who went down pit road during that time just avoided going a lap down. Oh my goodness. And here comes the 47. And he's going to get his lap back, it looks like. Oh, never mind. There goes the 15 a lap down. Kurt Scott goes a lap down. The whole field pretty much lap, but the 47 is now back on the lead lap. So he just lapped one car, but now he's got to chase down another. Oh my. Let's look at what happened. Let's take it nice and slow here. Coming out of turn 4. So he's going down pit road. It gets a little loose there, it looks like, and he's staying, he's not exactly, he's slowing down. And it looks like he's going to try to go down pit road here. His car moves to the left, and then he just snaps it right. The car just snapped right on him, and he goes through the grass here, and slides back up onto the track. And I don't think that he hit the wall. Doesn't look like he did, but he might have some undercarriage issues there, considering all that moving around that his car did. And the car just snapped on him. This is in real time. I don't think that he hit the wall, but there is a chance. Not sure though. And it looks like that the 47 has been passed. Uh-oh. He slowed down. He slowed up, and here comes the 47 back up. I don't know what happened to him. Corey Williams from the 15 is still on the lead lap. What is going on here? Can't exactly say what is going on there. Or maybe they just went a lap down there and it's gonna. Oh no, the 47 is in the lead. Corey Williams out in front at Daytona. Oh my, look at this. The 47 is out in front. Kurt Scott is third. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with the scoreboard, but oh my. Well, what a turn of events. It's 6 laps to go, and now we actually have a 3-car battle here. It's a little bit strung out, but still a 3-car battle. And he is 2 miles per hour slower than Edwin. This could get very interesting. Let's look at the chat. This must be interesting. Five laps to go here at Daytona. What an incredible turn of events. All these guys who were either a lap down or close to it. Oh, 47 is slowing up. Or at least it looked like it. I think man, he just has a huge run. And the 47 is not able to hold on to the outside. Try and take the lead. Or he's going to try to stay in line with them. That's the best he can do. Coming off of turn number 4 into the tri-oval. 4 laps to go, and Edwin Justice is back out in front. That's about the 6th or 7th lead change that we've had so far in this race. And it might be the last, too. Coming through turn 2. Once again, you are watching live at the Daytona International Speedway of the running of the Daytona 200 in the Main NASCAR Series here with Rubbin and Racin Motorsports. Going through turns 3 and 4 now. Coming to 3 to go this time, and the pack is closing up. The 47 is in the slipstream. This is a 3-car battle now for the win. 3 laps to go. Looking at the chat here. Yeah, I think the drivers are just as confused as I am with what's going on with the scoring. Look at this battle here for second place. Here comes Kurt Scott to the outside. Helicopter view as he goes up to the outside. That's all that the 42 needs to see. He needs to see those guys getting side by side in his rear view mirror. And in fact, that's a good idea. Let's look for 15 slides back in. I think he's going to try to get a run with the 47. He's going to try to pass him on the inside. Make it easier because the inside lane is the preferred lane around this racetrack. 2 laps to go. Now, do they have enough time to get up there? They're in position. But do they have enough time? And there goes Kurt down to the inside, side by side for second place. Kurt down to the inside, and he will take second away. Now he's going to have to wonder, what is he going to do to get up there? The 42 moves to the outside, trying to break the draft. As they head down into turns 3 and 4, they'll see the white flag this time by. Off of corner number 4. Here they come. Kurt is now in position. White flag is out. Final lap at Daytona. Who's it going to be when they make it back around? If they make it back around, actually. Oh. Kurt got a bit on that apron there. Down the backstretch, the 42 trying to break up the draft. Kurt looks to the inside. Does Kurt have anything for the 42 as they go through turns 3 and 4 for the final time? They make their way through 3 and 4 into the tri-oval. Here they come. Kurt looks to the inside. Can't do it. Edwin Justice wins it at Daytona, and he's spinning as they come across the line. He hit the apron, and now he's spinning across the infield into the grass, and he saves the car. It looks like the 47's in the grass as well, and he's coming back up across the racetrack. The winner of the race has wrecked out right at the end. Edwin Justice has won this race. Sean Fay, one lap down in 4th place. What a run. What a finish, man. That was crazy. We should be seeing some donuts here as Edwin makes his way. Here he comes down towards the line. And it looks like... Oh, whoa! Wow, the 24 almost ran into the 42 there. But there it is. There it is, your winner. Edwin Justice in the 42 Credit One Bank Chevrolet. And there he is. He gets it into gear. And there's the donuts. And into the grass. Over the Daytona logo. What a finish for this guy. Lots of bad luck happened to everybody, but this guy just had all good luck today. Made the right moves on the last lap to keep the 15 from taking it away. As he still tries to burn out here. A great run. There's a donut. Unbelievable. Let's go on board in the cockpit. Listen. You can't even see in the cockpit. Wow. What a good run. What a good season opener for Edwin. I believe this is his first career win in Rubbin Racing and in the Main NASCAR Series. What a way to start out his season. And what a way to start out the season in general. Just a great finish all around. Let's look at the final lap. So we're going to look at it from the helicopter view. White flag. 15 is right there. He's going to try everything he can to keep him from passing him. Going down the backstretch. Watch the 15 here. He's going to stay right there. It probably would have been wiser to just follow his line, but he stays there and he gets a bit of a run here in 3 and 4. And he's going to get a little bit of a run coming out of 4, I think here. Moves to the outside, looks to the inside, and there it is, the end of the race. Sad we couldn't see it, but we already saw the finish there, and that is the end of this stream. Tune in just in a few moments. We will be doing the All Dirt Slugfest here, the Supreme All Dirt Slugfest here, and we hope to see you all there in just about maybe 5 or so minutes. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.